Once you have entered your information for your client, your profile will start looking like this. You can see which areas are poor, below average, and average by the color of their rating. If you want to go in and change your rating, you can. You can also see that we have specific exercises within each therapy area. And at any point, you can add additional exercises to the patient's therapy area. This is known as your treatment planning. It gives you the option to obviously go into a specific area and see all the exercises that we have loaded on SpecialT. Some therapists like to just select specific ones. Other therapists like to select all and then deselect the ones that aren't appropriate for their patient. And then you add them to that patient's therapy plan. So this is really nice in terms of your treatment planning. Your timeline shows you all the information that you have done on a specific day. You can see I've recently added all those therapy exercises today, but on the 22nd of May, I updated the therapy area to average. And you can see on the 30th of April, you can see I updated the third session. On the overview page, you can see all the sessions that you've done, your goals, if you've added any, and all other relevant information. To start a session, you click New Session. This shows you your pre-plan, so you can plan ahead and write yourself a crib note. You can also plan which therapy areas you want to focus on within the next week. So as you're about to see the patient, you click Start Session and you're reminded of what you need to do. You click Start Session, and again, that you can use within your therapy session. If you want to take a photo of something that the patient is doing, you simply open up your camera, take a photo, and click Save. So you could take 4 to 5 photos, 3 videos. You could take as many photos and videos and add as many notes as you want. And they all get added to that specific session. They don't get added to your device. They just get added to that specific session on that day. It's dated and timed. At any point, you can just save your session in draft format and come back to it at a later stage. If you don't have time to do your notes, you can go out and go to the next patient and come back when you're ready. Okay. If you do have time to finish, you can easily click on the notes button to view your photos. You can change your status and add notes. When you are ready, you can click on text and you can write treatment feedback. You can use the dictaphone feature. You'll see the microphone button on the bottom right. You can use that as well. Again, you can use table features if you want to write your session notes in a table format. You can make your status specific so the client doesn't see it. And you can add an extra note if you want the client to see. Some therapists like to add one note and they let the client read everything. Other therapists prefer to make 2 separate notes. So it's up to you and to your client as well. You can just rate the areas and show that you have worked on those specific areas. If you worked on areas that you didn't plan to work on, you can still select that you've worked on them. This again saves you time because you don't need to write I worked on coordination. You can just tick it. When you are ready and you've added all the information, you click confirm. You confirm the duration and the time of your session, the day if you've done it on a separate day. You can then suggest the exercises for homework. The client doesn't see these exercises until you click the word suggest. And again, we count how many times the therapist has suggested an activity. So the client will then see those specific activities and only see those ones. You will also be reminded next time you open the session that you've already suggested an activity more than once. Then you can pre-plan, so you can write start with balance, and then you can also pre-select the areas that you want to focus on within your session. You click continue and send. That then sends an email to notify the client that you've finished your therapy. You can obviously go out and see the next patient, and the next week you click on new session, and that then gives you your hint for what you need to do and what areas you need to work on within the session.